What is up, For Honor family? I hope y'all are doing well today, and thank you for stopping by the channel. I've done a couple of episodes on the new Outlander Hero already, going with the info we have at those times, and this will be the third. However, with this video being the closest to the release of the hero, this is going to reveal the most information. But I'm not going to blow smoke up y'all's butts. I believe these details only affirm something I stated in episode 1, and that's the For Honor trend that links the latest hero skin, in this case General Z, and the upcoming hero, an Outlander Hero this time, will continue. I know in the second Outlander Hero episode I went all mad freaking scientist, and that definitely appears to be off, but it was fun to explore based on what we knew at the time. Let's keep that in mind. Now we have more definitive info, so I'm going to give you a little bit more. And that's what makes these videos fun, the mystery behind it and the possible truth in the discovery. As it stands now, I'm expecting, and I know many of you are expecting, a Mongolian female hero that's a villain.
And the other, I'd say, I can reveal it's a villain, and the villain's gonna have a pretty major impact.
And she will, can I say she?
Shocker, right? But what I want to do in this one is go through the breadcrumbs that have come out in Year 8 Season 4 that solidified these thoughts even further, and they are interesting. Lastly, I want to say if I mispronounce something, don't crucify me. I'm trying. Okay, let's get into it. So we know the hero will be released on January 23rd, with the Warrior's Den providing us all the details on January 22nd. But I'm going to start by looking back at the start of Year 8 Season 4 where the details really took shape. They used the Harbor's map theme and subtitled it Ceremonial Harbor that you'll see here. This was the map of change for the season, exactly how Sanctuary Bridge was leading up to the Sohei reveal. They used the lore and the orders to inform everyone as to what is going on with the celebration, and they did a great job of this. And just by reading Z's journal entries and the other lore presented in the orders, you'll get a good idea that things are not as they seem, and this celebration of an alliance between Astria and Z is going to be short-lived. If you paid attention, you saw the Horkos flag that was on the Ceremonial Harbor map was explained to be a symbol of Z's new covenant. How there were no cheers when Z knelt and offered the Starfall Serpent Sword to Astria? Only silence? If that doesn't tell you some mess about to go down, I don't know what will. In situations like that, you trust your gut or you lose them. There were two bits of lore that struck me the most and got me looking around this map. The first was this one, clearly stating that some weapons and armor from a culture they didn't recognize was at the ceremony. This definitely caused me to look all over this freaking map, and when I say this map, I'm talking about the harbor map. First, you notice the minions and the armor that they're wearing. This is in line with Mongolian cavalry armor and is at least close enough for me, along with everything else, to draw that conclusion. I took note of the shields and C point of the map, and I'll show you the difference between how this area looks normally compared to how it looks now. Not only will you see the shields here, which I'll touch on in a sec, but you'll also see the shrine. Now this shrine is very similar to the one you could purchase as an effect when Sohei was released. This sighting lends itself to Buddhism, since Buddhism is the largest practiced religion in Mongolia per a census that I saw in 2020. But just to touch on the shields a bit, they definitely bear resemblance to any Mongolian shield replicas, artifacts, and created statues that I've seen. So I believe this is an example of what the new hero will be wielding. Then you look to the right, and in addition to another shield on the right, you'll notice what I believe is a shrine or a symbol of worship. Possibly a riff off of, now I might be mispronouncing this, so don't hammer me now, Simhamuka, who is a lion-faced wrathful goddess. She is a Dakini and has attained the perfect state of Buddha. Now I'm not saying this is that exact thing, as you see there is a difference, but I'm saying it could be a rip off of that. For Honor doesn't always go with the exact replicas, you know what I'm saying? Continuing around the map on A point, I noticed outside of the point a couple of symbols that struck me. Now initially, when I was looking at the top symbol, I was looking into it and I thought, okay, not as strong as it could be because I think it's a Wulin reference, even though there were similarities to Mongolian symbols. Then I looked at the middle symbol, and that is akin to a Mongolian symbol that I saw on a hut or yurt. The fact that these symbols are showing on the outside of the point, looking out to the sea in the same direction the eagle is coming from in the trailer, made me think this could mean more. But take this in and draw your own conclusions. I'm going to get into the second and very interesting bit of lore I noticed in a second, but there were other details that led to the revealing of the new Outlander Hero's origin in the battle passes. Yes, both the seasonal and the event pass. In the seasonal pass, you'll notice a few things, the first being the pattern. The pattern here, as you see displayed by the lovely Sohei, shows what the Mongolians call gers and what a lot of us would call huts or yurts. I know earlier I said huts and I should have mentioned it were actually called gers. You will also see in the battle pass a mass symbol. This mass symbol aligns with the other bit of interesting lore that I'm going to talk about here in a second, but really pay attention to tier 95 through 99 effect. You will notice the mask is the same as the symbol. But look at the effect behind minutia here. You notice how similar the symbol from the Mongolian gear looks compared to it? Just another clear sign of the incoming Outlander heroes' Mongolian roots. In the event pass, you'll see here the eagle for tier 9 is titled Wulin Alliance. This speaks directly to the new Outlander hero, as we saw the eagle at the end of the trailer. We know Mongolians did use eagles to hunt, and it also hints that the hero will be on General Z's side on arrival, because you're seeing this eagle here, this bird that's on the shoulder, and it's titled Wulin Alliance. And that goes along with the Sneaky Snake's tactics against Astria. And did y'all notice the music? You can hear what I think is a bird in that as well. One side note, I was wondering why it looked cloudy in the distance when I was looking around point A on Harbor, and it is as expected. The lore mentioned that Horkos warriors turned their attention eastward. They're on the horizon, they could see something brewing, a storm cloud of some sort. Whatever it was, it seemed to spell dread. I think we know what that dread is. The good news is maybe the Horkos versus Chimera storyline ends with this new hero. It would be a beautiful thing if that's the case. On to the second bit of lore that I told you that really caught my interest. Y'all, the devil is coming. We've all seen the mask and the mask effect, and I believe it to be representative of a Mongolian deity. This lore is titled A Mysterious Conversation. It mentions a Horkos warrior who overheard Z leaning in close and talking to his guards. It says the warrior didn't hear the whole conversation, but caught the snatch of a name. Ji Jin Soon. And that was in quotes. So I was trying to see what that could relate to, and found this story of Mongolian mythology, and it says when a devil known as Guljin attacked the city of Bamba with 10,000 troops on black horses, they quickly defeated Ujung Aldar's soldiers. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but it goes on talking about Ujung doing what he can to save his son, and he does, but him and his wife gets killed by Guljin, who takes the throne. So Guljin ultimately takes the throne. The kid later comes back to claim the throne, but long story short, from what I saw, Guljin was a character of Gods and Legends. So this could be the Ji Jin that they speak of in the lore. And I think about the numbers. There was lore that Astria outnumbered the Wulin and was showing a display of power. Why wouldn't General Z be concerned about this? Well, the story talks about Guljin going through a city with 10,000 troops. Maybe that's why Z isn't concerned about Astria's numbers. Possibly, because he knows he has the numbers on his side, and Astria just doesn't know it yet. Poor warmonger. There were a couple of other things that I saw that I don't think are worth diving into too deep. Like I saw a bow and arrow, but it wasn't on Harbor, it was on Beachhead, and I think that's been there, so there's not much to talk about there. I also noticed this flag, and I was thinking this could be something, and realized this dang thing has been around for a couple of years, and I hadn't noticed it. But I will say something, because there's something still interesting about it. One of the top birds in Mongolia, if not the top bird, is the white-naped crane. This flag looks similar to that bird, and that bird is indigenous to East Mongolia. So I say all that to say this. Keep paying attention to the lore in those orders. I think it's all but confirmed it is going to be a Mongolian hero. And I know we've speculated that for a while, but I love how they're giving you everything you need to actually affirm and confirm that's what we're going to get, including we seeing the eagle coming off the coast. And I can't wait till we dive into that once this hero is released. And it's okay to be excited about a change up that's really coming to For Honor. And I do think that change will be a little more than a hero. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far in the video, like it or not, you probably enjoy this game as much as I do. I appreciate you because there's so many videos you could be tuned into, and you stopped by and tuned into this one today. I really appreciate that and always will. Hope you like and share the vid, and most importantly, I hope you come back. Until next time, y'all, peace. I'm ready for this Outlander hero.